Here, this will finally work here. All right, what is going on, guys? Evan Event Sports going back with another live stream on the channel. Today, we got some Monday night football action here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Cincinnati Bengals. So, should be an interesting game. I mean, these are both teams that have underperformed massively in the expectation column here as Cavante Turpin looking to return this punt. So it's no secret that the Cowboys have had a pretty awful season. Obviously, Dak Prescott's out. Haven't really streamed the Cowboys much at all this year. I mean, the game's just, they've been pretty crappy. I mean, the last time the Cowboys played on Monday Night Football, they got obliterated by the Texans and CJ Stroud. So hasn't been much intrigue with this team this year. They've just been pretty terrible the whole season. But I mean, hey, they've won their last two games, and they're 5-7 right now. And I'm still gonna watch every game and see how we do. As here's Rush, first play, handoff, Rico Dowdle. So the Cowboys again, the offense has been awful this year. I mean, in recent years we've complained as Cowboys fans about offense stalling out, offense doing this, offense doing that, but now, it'd be nice to put up some points every once in a while. And this team just really doesn't do that very often, which is unfortunate. And we just don't really score a lot of points. So here's a 2nd down and 8. Rush and the Cowboys have the ball at their own 42-yard line. And Cooper Rush snaps it, and they'll go back to Dowdle. Makes a cut up the middle, and Rico Dowdle gets a solid gain, a couple yards to go for the 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd and short for Dowdle. So I'm interested to see how the Cowboys perform today against Lou Anarumo's defense. The Bengals are having a terrible season defensively. 28.3 points per game allowed, which is second worst in the entire NFL. They do have a great pass rusher with Trey Hendrickson, one of the best pass rushers in the game. No doubt about that. He is one of the best, but it's definitely a bad defensive unit that has not had much success this year. 3rd and 1 from the 49. Rush fakes the give to Luke Key. He'll throw down the field. That pass is caught for a 1st down by Luke Schoonmaker, the 2nd-year tight end. He's gained a lot bigger of a role in this offense ever since Jake Ferguson went down. Now, Ferguson, I believe, is back tonight. The Cowboys are actually relatively healthy at the moment. Actually, a pretty good throw there from Cooper Rush on this throw. Rush obviously hasn't had the greatest of seasons, as you would expect. A backup quarterback, he's not great. So we'll see what he can do today. The Cowboys are moving the football into Cincinnati territory. Again, one of the worst defenses in the league. The Cowboys should be able to take advantage of that as Rush on 1st and 10 throws it outside. Pass is caught and secured by CeeDee Lamb. And Lamb had by far his worst game of the season against the New York Giants last week. Lamb's been banged up with an injury, and Lamb, he had a couple really bad drops, didn't do a whole lot early in that game, and then went down with an injury, and the Cowboys end up winning and beating the Giants. So Lamb on the season currently is at 880 yards. So if he has a big game today, he definitely could get to 1,000 today. The Cowboys have a negative 50-point differential in the first quarter, worse than the NFL, as Rush going to go downfield, and that pass is also caught by CeeDee Lamb. 1st down, Cowboys to the 20-yard line, and CeeDee with a great catch right there. So Lamb occasionally has some concentration drops, but off to a good start today, making a couple great catches in the early part of this game. Rush trusts his receiver to go up and get that, and that's just a good concentration catch right there by CeeDee. It seems like there's quite a few empty seats out there in Dallas today. 1st and 10. Lamb in motion. Cowboys have the ball inside the red zone. They're at about the 20. Here's Rush. Snap. Looking around. Trying to throw the screen. And he throws it incomplete. It was Rico Dowdle who was the intended target there on that screen pass. Didn't really do a whole lot, though. So it'll be a 2nd down and 10. But, yeah, just the Cowboys have 0 touchdowns in the first quarter in each of the past 8 games, which is just absolutely depressing, to be honest with you. But it is what it is at the end of the day. That is just so sad. I mean, that's actually so sad. How in the world is that even possible? I don't really know. But here we go. 2nd down and 10. Rush hands it off. Dowdle up the middle. Solid gain. This is honestly one of the best starts for the Cowboys run game. I mean, again, Dowdle played pretty well on Thanksgiving, had a solid gain, some solid gains in that game, and The Cowboys have a 44% red zone touchdown percentage, which is second worst in the NFL. I mean, when you look at this Cowboys offense statistically, there's just not a whole lot to be excited about. This offense kind of sucks, but we'll see if they can punch this in the end zone here. Dowdle with 617 rushing yards and 195 receiving yards. Honestly, hasn't even been that bad this year. 3rd and 2, rush to Dowdle, has to try to make a man miss, and he will be stuffed by the Bengals. Maybe gets a yard or two, but overall, not a whole lot going there for Rico Dowdle, and that'll end. That might not end the drive. I don't know. We'll see what the Cowboys do here. It's 4th and 1. I'm assuming McCarthy and the offense are going to go for this. Cowboys are going to go for it here. The analytics say to. I mean, it's 4th and 1. I mean, surely you're able to gain a yard here. Rush is in an empty set, so nobody is anywhere in the backfield. See what the Cowboys do. Play clock down. Rush dropping back to throw. 8 ball. Corner. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. It is a CDTD and the Cowboys' first quarter touchdown in 8 games. How about that? 1, 2, 3. Lamb wide open. I don't know how the Bengals possibly managed to allow that to happen, but somehow, some way, they just allowed the most wide open CD Lamb touchdown. That is incredible stuff, man. Love to see it, dude. Wow, look at that offense, dude. And that's gonna be 7-0 as Aubrey drills the PAT. Dang. Not bad, Cowboys. Not bad at all. 7-0 lead for the boys. CeeDee Lamb somehow wide open, and he's in the end zone. I mean, hey, man, you love to see it. You love to see it. That's beautiful. So, yeah, there you go. CeeDee Lamb gets in the end zone, gives the Cowboys a 7-0 lead here in the first quarter. Love to see that, of course. How about them Cowboys getting in the zone early on in this game? Good start. Great start for the Cowboys here today. So, yeah, man. I mean, the Bengals on their opening drive. I mean, I started the stream a little late, but the Cooper Rush, baby. Look at Cooper slinging the rock. Yeah, I don't really know. That opening drive, it just great stuff. I mean, really not a whole lot we can say other than fantastic stuff. You got you just got some good stuff, man. Some crazy stuff going on that opening drive. Running the ball worked pretty well, honestly. Like the Cowboys actually managed to score some points. And also I'd say that the defense actually did a great job on the opening drive. Demo made a great play on the screen, and I don't know why the Bengals didn't run the ball with Chase Brown. He's been playing great football lately, so I don't really know what's going on here. Ooh, that's bad. How did they win 0? Definitely can't be mad about that at all, though. If you're a Cowboys fan, again, hey, you know what? All this about draft picks, all this about that stuff. It's nice. You want to see your team fight, man. You want to see these guys get it done and go out there. The playoffs are probably a long shot. Just you lose too many games early in the season. It's a long shot. Although it is absolutely crazy to think that the Cowboys do win today and they win next week. They're 7-7. That is crazy. That is absolutely a ridiculous thing to think about. But I mean, as far as the playoff picture goes, I sincerely doubt the Cowboys will be playing football in January this year. Um, really doubt it. But again, hey, you know what? Give us a fun little ride here to end the season. I would not be opposed one bit to a little bit of fun. Then again, with the Commanders being an 8-5, I doubt it. But you never know. I mean, watch. Hey, man, I don't know. But obviously, a great start here tonight in today's game for the Cowboys. Again, a 3-and-out in the opening drive against the Bengals. Then you get in the end zone. And there you go. Aubrey will kick this one off into the corner of the end zone, and it seemed like there's quite a few empty seats out there tonight. So definitely want to get a look at this play and see what in the world happened with the Bengals. Lamb breaks on his route, and I don't know whose responsibility is what. Maybe the rookie Josh Newton. I mean, maybe the guy was supposed to be there. I don't know, but either way, Cooper Rush is through a freaking dime. What a start! All right, next drive coming up. 5 game streak without a touchdown for Lamb. Need him to start heating up before the fantasy playoffs. That's kind of why I want the Cowboys to be competitive. Is here's the handoff to Chase Brown, and he's stopped by Donovan Wilson there in the hole. So Mike Zimmer's defense. It's been a rough season. Again, I mean, we talked about these are two of the worst defenses in the league going at today. Cowboys and Bengals. Micah Parsons, though, ever since he's come back from his injury, has been playing unbelievable football. 5.5 sacks in his last 4 games. Got to think he'll make a play tonight. And then Trevon Diggs back tonight for the Cowboys. The first time that him and the Cowboys corner Deron Bland, the other star corner on the team, have played together since week 2 of 2023. So it's great to see Diggs and Bland out there together. 2nd down and 7. Burrow motions a man out. Got to try to stop Jamar Chase, as I think Parsons may have jumped the gun here, and that's the signal that the official's making right now is that he was offsides. Micah seems pretty confused. They're going to call Micah for this neutral zone infraction. Again, Micah tends to get jumpy off that line. He always tries to get the best get off possible. But right there, I feel like he I don't think he got that done there. Um, all right. Here we go. So now it's a 2nd down and 2 after that play. Burrow, pressure coming, has time, stepping up, throwing, and it's caught for a first down by Chase Brown. What a play there by Burrow to escape that pressure. I mean, the Cowboys had so many guys in the backfield here on this play. You had Burrow had to step up once Donovan Wilson came in. Micah was nearby as well, but Burrow was able to flip it out to Chase Brown, who was able to get away, and DeMarvion Overshown had to bring him down from behind. But Chase Brown did a fantastic job, and the Bengals had the ball at the Dallas 49 after that completion to Chase Brown. So here we go, 1st and 10. Burrow has Chase in motion. They're going to go to Jamar Chase on a jet sweep. Jamar Chase gets into the second level and picks up a first down before going out of bounds, putting a stiff arm on a Cowboys defender as well. And there you have it. Jamar Chase doing what he does. Cowboys lost containment on Jamar pretty early in this play, and from there it was too easy. So there you go. A good play there by Chase. And it's another first down. So we're about halfway through. Well, not halfway. We're past halfway mark of this first quarter. And the Cowboys lead 7-0, but the Bengals driving to the Dallas 35. Here's Burrow. Man in motion. Brown in the backfield. And Burrow fakes the give to Brown. Parsons coming in. Burrow flips it out to Brown. And he's going to get about 7 or 8 on the screen pass. There's a flag down, and I think they're going to get the right tackle for a hold. And that is the call. Micah Parsons. I thought I saw a grab around the head, and that is the call on Amarius Mims, the young right tackle out of the University of Georgia. Gets Micah up way high in front of the ref, and Micah does a good job selling it here as he tried to come in and get Burrow. So that will back the Bengals up 10 yards, 1st down and 20 coming up. So I like it. I like it. Good job, Micah. Again, Micah's gonna get a sack today. There's no doubt about that in my mind. Micah is going to get a sack. 1st and 20 here. And it's Burrow handing it off to Chase Brown up the middle, and he'll get a few yards. So Brown, he's been kind of a workhorse back for these Bengals. I mean, they throw the ball to him a lot. They pass the ball to him a ton. So he's a great player. As Burrow, they cut to the camera late, but Burrow is gonna be thrown to the ground. And the officials are going to get together here to discuss whether this was intentional grounding. Is and they're gonna throw the flag. He was in the grasp of Osa Odigizua, and Burrow just kind of spun around. They didn't bring him down. So at the end of the day, it's unfortunate. Bad coaching here by the Cowboys, 100%. I mean, that's just terrible coaching. Offsetting penalties because the Cowboys had 12 men on the field. Good job by Burrow here to get this snap off before Eric Kendricks came off the field. And because of that, that the um negates the intentional grounding penalty. Great job by Odigizua to get through, but it's unfortunate. The Bengals are going to get 4 yards out of this. It'll be a second down 16 at the Dallas 41-yard line. So Burrow gets away with one there. He's in shotgun. Burrow outside pass, caught Jamar Chase, and he's going to get really close to that first down marker. A lot closer than I thought he would when he first caught that little out route. But Chase, again, he's been arguably the best receiver in football this year. The Bengals offense has had no problems, and this is just bad coverage by the Cowboys, allowing Chase to tiptoe down the sideline that long. If you go to the NFL stats right now, and Jamar Chase is currently number 2 in the league in receiving yards behind Jefferson, like about 30 yards behind Jefferson. But obviously, Jefferson has a game on him. So third down and 2. Bengals at the Dallas 27. They need to get to the 25 for the first down. Cowboys blitz a lot. Burrow throws quick slant. Brown pass caught. He's taken down by Kendricks, but another first down for Chase Brown. So if any fantasy managers, I know a lot of people like myself are playing in the last week of the regular season, need a playoff clincher. If you need Chase Brown to get you some points, which I have Chase Brown in 2 leagues, definitely doing his job right now. He's been amazing in fantasy all year long. That's just a guy who catches passes, gets in the end zone. And right now, the Bengals are in the red zone where they convert 71% of the time, good for second in the NFL. Bengals have been terrific all year. Burrow looking, has time, fires right side, going end zone. Incomplete. He wanted to go for the running back Chase Brown, and it was Deron Bland in coverage. I mean, I hesitated there because I really didn't know what was going to happen, but Brown's lined up as receiver. He had to step on Bland, but that's just a textbook play by Bland here, knocking the ball out, turns his head back. That's just terrific coverage from 26. Maybe a better ball, but Bland did the best he could to knock that away. And it's second down and 10. So maybe the Cowboys can get a pick tonight from one of their 2 ball hawks. 4:25 to go in the first quarter. They motion the other running back out of the backfield. Second and 10. Burrow looking to throw the quick out, and its pass is incomplete. He wanted to go to Jamar Chase on the out route, and it's going to be a third down and 10. This throw to the outside, it was a bit behind, but overall, Chase still has to reel that one in. And who knows what could have happened. It is instead of third down and 10. So here's a third down and 10. The Cowboys are not a very good red zone defense. 77% allow. That is awful. But here's a third and 10. Burrow gets the snap off. Parsons coming in off the edge. Burrow throws. Pass caught. T. Higgins fighting for the 5-yard line. And a great job by Burrow to escape the pressure. It was Parsons and Overshown coming in. Those two have been on fire lately for the Bengals. And we'll watch this play back here. But Burrow, he's been incredible this year. The Bengals are not 4-8 because of Joe Burrow at all. Parsons comes in, forces him to leave the pocket. Overshown came up in pursuit, but Burrow got the throw off in time before Overshown got him. And then it was just Higgins waiting underneath. So the Bengals are now at the Dallas 6-yard line. Burrow 6 for 9, 52 yards. Brown in the backfield. 3.5 to play. Burrow takes the snap, goes to Brown. He stops in at about, I mean, he gets about a yard there, but he stopped. I think that's Chauncey Golston who got the hit there on Brown. And it's going to be second down and goal. All Second down and goal. Brown in motion to the left side of Burrow. Here's a second and goal. And Burrow looking. He's going to throw the fade to Chase. And I think he got the toes down, and he did. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, is anyone surprised? 5-yard touchdown on the. And his incredible season continues here in Dallas. I mean, he's been the number one receiver in the league, number one fantasy, number one everything. He gets off of Bland here. Burrow throws his balls. He's breaking on his route. And it looks like he did get both feet in. It was Bland in coverage. And he did get the both feet were down. This is going to be a touchdown. 11 plays, 70 yards, and this is exactly what we expected. Two of the worst defenses in football. And yeah, we're in for a good old-fashioned Texas shootout as the kick it is sneaks in on the PAT, but there's a flag down. I don't think the Bengals got this off in time, and they didn't, so it will be a delay of game. That's not Evan McPherson. What's going on with Evan McPherson? Cade York elevated to the active roster. Oh, I remember Cade York. What happened to Evan McPherson? Is he hurt or what? What's the deal here? What is up? Injured reserve. Okay. So York will attempt the PAT from a longer distance now. And this one is straight through. So the Bengals respond to the Dallas touchdown with a touchdown of their own. Honestly, really good drive. Again, I got to hand it to Joe Burrow. He's been playing at such a high level this entire year. And yeah, it is impressive stuff. It is impressive stuff. I mean, again, the Bengals, they're a 4-8 team. But that offense is just so good, man. I mean, that offense is incredibly talented. I mean, you're talking an offense with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins at wide receiver, Joe Burrow, obviously elite, leading it. You got Chase Brown, who's been balling out all season out of the backfield. Mike Gesicki's a very solid tight end option. I mean, this offense is amazing. The defense for the Bengals, though, man. I mean, it's been an ugly year for them. It's really been an ugly year for those guys. They have the defense for the Bengals has let them down. I mean, a 4-8 record for a team this talented is inexcusable. Um, they're not making the playoffs at all, man. It's crazy. They've just blown too many games that were very winnable for them. I thought that they were going to win a lot more games this year than they did, which is, I mean, just crazy, crazy for the Bengals. But yeah, I mean, just looking at these games for them lately, they just, I don't know, it's wild. I mean, you lose to the Patriots week one. That's sad. You lose to the Chiefs by one. You lose to the Commanders. You start, I mean, when you start the season, what? 0-1, 0-2, 0-3, 1-4. Pretty tough to come back from. And again, they've lost so many close games, losing to the Commanders by one score, losing to the Patriots, Chiefs, Ravens in overtime. They lose all these games by one score, but the Eagles blew them out. They lost to the Ravens by 1 point again. The Steelers, they just have not been able to close at all in one score games this year, finish one score games. The schedule for them is also not the most favorable to end the year. They'll beat Tennessee probably, but in Cleveland, but then you got to play Denver and Pittsburgh. So definitely going to be a very disappointing season for these Bengals again. Let's look at the um. Let me see this ML. Were they in the playoff picture in the AFC League? Do they have any chance that they somehow ran the table? Uh, Denver at 8-5 is going to be tough to take down. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. But the Bengals, they're playing for pride out here, and yeah, I don't know who Brixton Wood is. That's crazy. Brixton. All right, so the Bengals will kick off, and now we'll see how the Cowboys respond. The opening drive for the Cowboys after the Bengals stopped, Bengals got stopped. The Cowboys phenomenal. I mean, it was really a phenomenal drive from the Cowboys. I was super impressed with the way that Cooper Rush kind of handled that drive. The offensive line did a great job, even without Zach Martin for the rest of the year. Um, I mean, again, you got to expect this is going to be a super high scoring game. This is a game between two really bad defenses, two bottom three defenses in the league. So it should just be a fun little Monday Night Football game here. 2:45 remaining in the first quarter. Cowboys are in I form, and Rush will go to Dowdle, who cuts up the middle, and he'll get a couple yards before being brought down. So Jamar Chase got in that end zone, makes it happen, and I mean, yeah, it was kind of expected. I mean, he knew Bengals would get in the end zone. It was only a matter of time. That drive, I mean, Burrow was incredible. Made a lot of tough throws, got out of the pocket when he needed to, evaded Micah Parsons. They were backed up on like a second down and 18, man. And it's just crazy. So, second down and 7. We'll see how they do guarding CD Lamb. A big first drive for number 88 after a big, rough week on Thanksgiving. He's gotten some time to recover from all the injuries he's been dealing with. Second and 7. They go to Lamb on the screen. Lamb is trying to cut through. What a move, CeeDee Lamb. If there's no flags, Lamb down the sideline. All the way down to the 25-yard line. That is an unbelievable play by number 88. I hope he's all right, man. I mean, he's been dealing with a shoulder injury and stuff, but this screen was blown up, and Lamb completely reversed fields with the entire Cincinnati defense over there. And he was able to get down that sideline and pick up 44 yards, which I believe that one play is more than all the yards that he had a week ago against the Giants. I think he had 39. Now he has 44. So he'll check out for this play, but he's already got 71 yards in this first quarter. Rush now going to throw. And the intended target was going to be Ryan Flournoy as Lamb's checking back from the game after that play. But Lamb, again, yeah, they've shown the stats. Fewest since 2022 in yardage last week against the Giants with 2 receptions for 39 yards. But again, four catches, 71 yards already. And that is an incredible play by Lamb and against the Cowboys to the Bengals 24-yard line. But that's that Bengals defense allowing that to somehow get through. And now Dowdle makes the cut, and he's going to get to around the 10-yard line. Rico Dowdle, I think this is one of the best. The last couple of weeks have been some of the best. I've seen the Cowboys run the football all year. He finds a crease here, able to break that first tackle, and Dowdle doing a terrific job. So Cowboys had the ball at the 12-yard line. And it's going to go Dowdle. He's got nowhere to go here. He tried to be patient, but the Bengals were all over that. And that might be the final play of the first quarter. But CD, there it is. The Cowboys, again, only 10 seconds to go. Zach Martin obviously out for the entire season, it seems. I believe is the situation with him. So there's only 3 seconds to go. And I think the Cowboys are just going to take this to the second quarter. But how about that from the boys? They get the job done in that quarter. A terrific quarter for the boys. 7-7. It's just been fun to watch, man. Good stuff, boys. So one quarter there, man. I mean, it's been a really long and frustrating year to be a Cowboys fan, but it's nice to just kind of have some stress-free football and just go out and watch the guys ball and see what they can do to end this season. So gotta be happy with the way that they've played today, though the way that they're doing. And you gotta expect that they come out and play well against this defense. I mean, that's just this defense sucks. The Bengals are terrible, but I don't know. Mm-mm-mm. So the Cowboys will have the ball deep in Cincinnati territory to start the second quarter. Yeah, so y'all listen, be sure to click the subscribe button unless you already are. But if you're not, click that sub button here. So the Bengals again, it's also been a really tough season for them. Again, these are two teams that have had some struggles, but they meet here on Monday Night Football for a good, fun little game here. 5-7 versus 4-8. As here are the Cowboys. It's a second down and 10 at the Bengals 12-yard line. Rush looking, firing, and it's gonna be intercepted. Did anyone touch down? I think that's Cheetah Bay Awuzie, the former Dallas Cowboy. Oh, it's not Cheeto. I'm tweaking. That's Geno Stone. Never mind. I thought it was Cheeto for a second. So it bounced off the hands of Cam Taylor Britt. It was a free pick for him. And then he popped the ball up right into the air, and Geno Stone just happened to be right there to pick it off. So, I mean, I don't really know what Russ is doing here. Let's watch this back. He's got a little route to Ferguson, and Lamb's coming across, and Lamb gets bumped on the route. So maybe he was trying to go to CD there. He threw it to a spot, but because Lamb got bumped here, see, if he just instead of just pre-reading the play and throwing it to a spot, a predetermined spot, he could have actually thrown that to Ferguson there, like a little fade ball. But that's Cooper Rush for you. Seventh red zone turnover for the Cowboys, which is the most in the entire NFL. Um, honestly, yeah, it kind of makes sense. We turn the ball over a lot down there, and yeah, Cooper. I mean, I don't know what you're doing, man. There's just really no reason to put the ball in harm's way. That a pick or no? I think he's got the hand under the ball. So they confirm the interception. The Bengals now have the ball at their own 4 yard line. So it's Burrow under center. And I don't think that looks like Chase Brown in the backfield. And it's not. It's a handoff to, I believe that's Williams getting the carry there. Not a whole lot on that one. That's unfortunate. It was a really good drive going there, too, with the CeeDee Lamb crazy play. And then you have that happen. So Khalil Herbert is in the game for the Bengals, traded from the Bears on November 5th. He only has 18 rushing yards in his 4 games with Cincinnati after the trade. He gets a carry there, and I think that was 4 yards for him on that one. So second down and 6. Second and 6, Herbert in the backfield. Chase and Diggs on that left side. Interesting matchup for sure as Burrow has time, fires middle passes caught, and that is Gasicki on that one. Or is that Sample? That is Drew Sample. Number 89 making that catch. Hard to tell. Is Gasicki hurt? Hmm. I don't know. But this was just a ton of time here for Joe Burrow. No one got through. Parsons, great rep from Amarius Mims there to keep Parsons out of the play. And this pass is nearly deflected. All right. So here we go. First and 10 at the 19 now for Burrow. And he'll snap it and hand it off. There's Chase Brown. Big burst, and he'll get about 4 or 5 yards on that carry. Bengals rushing attack since 2020 has definitely not been great. And while Chase Brown, I feel like, has revitalized, put up some good numbers, he's revitalized that. The offensive line's never been a strength of the Bengals as Burrow hits Chase underneath, and Jamar Chase with another huge play for Cincinnati, getting him to around midfield. So clearly the Cowboys are getting completely picked apart right now with this Jamar Chase matchup as he just motions a little bit inside and then right here just comes across the middle and no one really picks him up completely. And that's all it takes for Jamar Chase is a little bit of space, a little bit of separation, and he will make a play after the catch because that is what he does best. So first and 10, 12 minutes to play in the second quarter. I never updated that on the freaking stream. I did. I did. First and 10. Burrow screen out to Herbert and a tackle going to be made out there in the flat. Looked like Herbert could have snuck away there for a moment, but he did not. Came close, but he did not. And it's going to be a second down and 3. Second down and 3 for Taylor and his Bengals offense. 5 plays, 52 yards on this current drive. Man in motion. Burrow just hands it off to Herbert, and he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys' run defense makes the play. That's, I believe, Linval Joseph who got that. Great play. Third down and 3 for Cincinnati coming up is a big play here for the Bengals. And assuming this is 4 down territory, they're at the Dallas 44. So we'll see what the Cowboys do. They love to blitz, especially Overshown in these situations. Play clock is down to 4. Brown lines up, ready to pass block. Here's Burrow trying to escape. Throws across his body, incomplete, and a flag is down. I think there might be another hold. That's what I think. And so the Cowboys will accept the penalty on Cordell Olson here. Another holding call on Cincinnati. It was Linval Joseph who tried to push him back. And then right there, they get that's honestly kind of a flop hold, but it didn't really matter. The incompletion, Burrow threw it into the dirt. Third and 13 coming up now for the Bengals. There's Orlando Brown on the sideline. I think he's hurt at the moment. So Volson, they're trying to put up a graphic for him. It doesn't matter. Went away. Third and 13 for Cincinnati. You got Brown in the backfield, and then on the near side, you got Iosivas and Chase. Burrow on third down. Pressure comes. He's got to step up. Overshown's coming, and he completes it to Higgins. Diggs forced him out of bounds a couple yards short, and it's fourth down coming up. Diggs' first game back in a couple games, and the Bengals are pretty much right where they'd be if the penalty wasn't called. Fourth down and 3. So the Bengals pretty much similar decision here, and I think Zach Taylor is going to keep the offense on the field. I mean, why wouldn't you in this situation? So here we go. Fourth down and 3 for the Bengals. 10 minutes to play in this quarter. Huge play. Chase and Higgins on the left side. Iosivas and Gesicki on the right. Burrow, quick read. Parsons comes through. He gets a throw off, and it's incomplete. DeMarvion Overshown knocked the ball out of Chase Brown, and the Cowboys defense gets a stop. That's just an amazing play by DeMarvion Overshown, man. I mean, just every single week, the guy's just out there always making plays. Demarion, baby. There you go. What a stop for the defense. But again, DeMarvion came flying in to make that play. Yeah, man, just super happy overshowing. I mean, he's always been a great player, dating back to those Longhorn days. I mean, he's a phenomenal player. He always has been, and great. Mm-mm-mm. But overall, I'm really happy with the way that the Cowboys defense has played so far, based on previous games. Not bad. I mean, three drives, two stops. Overshone and Parsons are both making impact plays. And also, shout out to Jordan Lewis here on this rep. He went against Jamar Chase right here, got really physical with him at the line. Obviously, that's going to be Burrow's first read every single time. So, a phenomenal rep right there. And the Cowboys are going to start with the ball at their own 44. So, excellent field position. They're going to toss it out to Dowdle. Blocks are not terrible, and he'll get about 4 or 5. So, Rico Dowdle picking up a solid gain right there on that play. And they showing the Homer Simpson tutty here from Cooper Rush. They got the Simpsons broadcast, which um, is really funny. So it's going to be second down and 5 now for the Cowboys at the 49. Cook's in motion. Forgot to mention he came back, I believe, last week. Second and 5. Rush fakes the handoff. Has a lot of time. Checks it down. Dowdle pass caught. Hits a spin move. And Rico Dowdle will get to about the Cincinnati 40 with a first down. How about that from Rico Dowdle, baby? And it's a Chuma Edoga today going against Trey Hendrickson. Obviously, the Cowboys dealing with a ton of lineman injuries, got a lot of backups in the game. And Chuma Edoga against one of the premier pass rushers, actually, right now, the premier pass rusher in the NFL, leading the league with 11.5 sacks. So we'll see if Hendrickson eventually makes a big play today. First and 10. Dowdle going to get the carry again, runs through. Rico makes a cut, breaks a tackle. And Rico Dowdle, he is running really well right now for the Dallas Cowboys, heating up these last couple weeks. Shout out to Rico Dowdle. He's actually developing into a really solid back here. Makes a cut, finds the open hole, breaks a tackle. I mean, that is just Rico being Rico. Hopefully. I mean, I've actually been really happy with the way Dowdle's ran the football the last few weeks. The Cowboys once again nearing the red zone at the 22-yard line. Dowdle with 57 yards on the day. And I think that's Ezekiel Elliott in the backfield. So if he gets the football, it will be for 1 or 2 yards. And that is where it's going to go. It's going to go to Zeke. And shocker, he gets stuffed for a gain of 1. Wow. I mean, just what a great decision by the Cowboys front office to bring Zeke back into the fold. He is a phenomenal player who consistently makes big plays for this team. The most impactful play that Zeke's made this year was when in that Eagles game where he fumbled the ball through the end zone. So yeah, Elliott, he's terrible. Second down and 9. Rush going. Cowboys are gonna go with a 5 wide look here, and Rush is gonna look and fire underneath. It's Ferguson makes the catch, makes a juke, and Ferguson spinning around. So Cowboys win with an empty backfield set, and Rush just dumped it off to Fergie. Third and 5 now for the Cowboys. Lamb gonna motion to the right side. Rush has some time, steps up, throws, and it was nearly intercepted again. And McCarthy is not happy on the sideline right there. Tolbert was the intended target, I guess, but McCarthy clearly pretty frustrated with that throw. And it's gonna looks like it's gonna bring out the field goal unit, and of course the great Brandon Aubrey. So yeah, I really don't have to say about that. Is Aubrey's field goal percentage? He's 27 for 32. I didn't realize he missed 5 field goals this year, man. Dang. Aubrey's had some rough kicks this year, I guess, but he's got a big old leg. 35 yards though from Aubrey. I still have confidence in him being pretty automatic, I think. Fourth and 5, 35 yards, and Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys take a 10-7 lead in this football game. So, once again, I mean, the red zone offense sucks. No surprise there. The Cowboys really aren't very good in the red zone. And I don't know. We probably should have given Dowdle the ball instead of wasting it down giving Zeke the ball, but it is what it is. Mm-mm-mm. So, yeah, 10-7 is the score, though. Need that to update quick. Um, yeah, so the offensive drive wasn't bad at all, but we eventually, we got it done and got some points on the board. Just so yeah, really not much to say other than good stuff from the offense. Again, just red zone execution, leaving a lot to be desired, but it is what it is at the end of the day. So we'll see how this next Bengals drive is going to be really interesting. It's going to be super interesting to see how this next drive pans out. For one, I think that the Bengals, I feel like they haven't given Chase Brown the ball much early on in this game, which something they probably should do. I mean, he's just too good of a player to not get the ball, too explosive, and I mean their offensive line is kind of struggling in pass pro today, which I feel like that's kind of a common theme. Again, I haven't watched the Bengals too much, but yeah, QB clock. I mean, on that specific play, Burrow had actually a really decent amount of time. But Burrow is, and seeing from the couple clips that we're watching here, Burrow is, when that clock is sped up, the internal clock is sped up a bit, he is getting out of the pocket, and got to give Burrow credit. He's got some really underrated mobility. You don't think of Joe Burrow as a super fast guy, but he can move within the pocket, get outside of it a bit. Again, not going to be like a Jackson or an Allen who can tuck it and run 30 yards, but he's going to do some very solid stuff. As this kickoff from Aubrey goes in the landing zone, so Khalil Herbert is going to return it, and he gets to about the 35. Brought down by CJ Goodwin, and the Bengals come out for their fourth drive of the day. So if you are listening, be sure to click the subscribe button. The Bengals, as we can see from the graphic on ESPN, Burrow has been amazing, entering week 14, leading the league in passing yards and touchdowns. And the Bengals have been great offensively, but they're 2-4 when scoring 30 plus points this year, while the rest of the NFL is 85-6. So, fact of the matter is, the Bengals score points. They score lots of points. But they have 4 losses by scoring over 30, which is an NFL record, tying an NFL record. So a great offense being held back by a really bad defense, which is as we've seen today. They've allowed the Cowboys to run the ball well, which is unbelievable. As Brown is going to get the carry, making a cut, but he's going to get brought down by Chauncey Golston and DeMarvion Overshown. Now, please don't hurt Chase Brown. I need him for my fantasy football playoffs, but he is down 3 yard gain. And Cincinnati's offense today kind of been bottled up a bit by this Dallas defense. It's kind of had a resurgence as of late, thanks to Micah Parsons and DeMarvion Overshown, and then getting Trevon Diggs back tonight. We'll see what they can do. Jamar Chase, when getting the football, has made some big plays. Nothing much for T. Higgins early on, only a couple catches. We have a 2nd down and 7. Chase matched up against Bland on the near side. That's Higgins over there on the left. Is Burrow going to throw quickly over the middle? It's incomplete. It was Higgins, the intended target, and it'll bring him a 3rd and 7. So Joe Burrow in losses this season is averaging over 300 passing yards and 21 passing touchdowns. So when the Bengals lose, it's usually not Joe Burrow's fault. The only players all time with 300 passing yards per game and 20 plus passing touchdowns is Drew Brees back in 2012. Kind of the same story. Saints had a great offense, but a bad defense. Nothing you could do about it. It's 3rd and 7. Nothing he could do about it. 3rd and 7 for Cincinnati. It's going to be Chase and Higgins on the same side on the left. Burrow pressured, has to escape. He's going to throw, and it's caught for a 1st down. I think that's Io Sivas making the catch for Cincinnati, and Joe Burrow, as we've seen from the preview of this drive, whenever the Cowboys send pressure, he knows he's got to get out of there quick. And Parsons kind of collapsed the pocket early. Burrow escaped, found a window to throw it on the run, and Burrow is able to deliver an accurate ball on the run most of the time. And Io Sivas wide open there to make that catch. So the Bengals are now into Dallas territory at the 38-yard line. Again, the kicking game might not be the most reliable with Cade York just getting called up. As Burrow fakes the pass to Brown, and he's going to throw it down the field, and a wide open Jamar Chase. I mean, he is just so open. I mean, not even a Cowboy within, seemed like 5-10 yards of him. And Burrow, easy throw right there. I'd like to see the replay on this, which we're going to get. How in the world did Jamar Chase end up so open? It's just like, wow, that's really bad. Diggs pushed him to a different responsibility, a different zone, and Chase ran a corner route, which completely broke the defensive coverage there. Al Harris is not happy about it. Chase up to 60 yards receiving with 5 receptions and a touchdown. And the Bengals are now at the Dallas 24-yard line looking to strike before half. As here's Burrow. Pressure comes quickly. He gets the screen off to Gesicki, who's tackled by DeMarvion Overshown, a shoestring tackle from number 13. Hopefully it'll be number 0 next year. So we'll add for the NBA. Yeah, so good drive from Cincinnati. Again, Burrow, when he needs to step up in the pocket, he's done that. He's done a great job. I mean, I've seen the MVP candidate out of him today. He's definitely looked great, looked the part. I think he's done a great job today for Cincinnati, and it's just been questionable blocking and penalties that have held them back. As here's a 2nd and 5. He'll throw the screen out to Brown or the swing pass, and Brown is going to run right through the Dallas defense and score the touchdown. And he's going to jump into the Salvation Army kit. But they say that Brown stepped out of bounds, so he may have celebrated prematurely, and his reaction was really funny. Aikman thinks he's in. We'll see if he stepped out. Right. That's really close. Challenge flag thrown by Zach Taylor as Brown nearly tiptoed into the end zone here. That's the look right there, and it looks like he actually may have got that foot down. That's incredible. So the Bengals are going to challenge the ruling on the field here, which is that Chase Brown scores on the screen pass, or not the screen pass, the swing pass. From my perspective, we'll see. It's really, really close there. Either way, heck of a play by Chase Brown. So much explosiveness from that guy, man. I've loved having him on the team for sure. Two fantasy leagues. One league I was able to pick him up, and one league I was able to trade for him. It's been beautiful to see. I mean, in my league, he bounced around a bit, I believe. He was drafted by one team, dropped about a month later, added on the waiver wire, and then traded. So he's been on a few different teams in my fantasy league, and he's been amazing. I mean, I've really enjoyed having him. He's been a huge part of my team. Reason why I'm going back to the playoffs is because of this man. He's been great. So yeah, I'm really happy for him to be at the end zone here. But bro, better not miss. And so we will see what happens here. I think that they're going to overturn this and give Brown his touchdown. So they have overturned the call on the field. It is a touchdown for the Bengals. Now the kick from York here. And he's knocked it through. 14-10 is the score. All right. Let me update the scoreboard here real quick. 13. Hopefully that'll do it. Yeah, Chase Brown, that is a 19-yard receiving touchdown. Ooh, that's a lot of fantasy points right there. Fantasy team, I mean, I'm going to lose anyway, but I'm just going to put up a fight, which is kind of nice here. Yeah, man. Chase Brown, the fifth round pick out of Illinois, has been an absolute dog for Cincinnati this year. No doubt about that. Fantasy savior for some, like myself. I've been super, super happy with that. So, Bengals take a 14-10 lead here in the second quarter. The Cowboys, big drive coming up. We'll see how they respond to this. Yeah, they run a quick little swing pass out to the left side, and Diggs just didn't get over there, and Lewis didn't get there in time. This is honestly just awful defense. Combined with Chase Brown being really fast and super explosive. Lewis tried to push him out, but at the end of the day, he wasn't able to get a good shove off and touchdown. So the Cowboys will start with the ball at the 30-yard line. If you guys listening, be sure to click the subscribe button. 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. And Rush gets the snap, Has time, fires middle, nearly intercepted again. Cooper's had a few rough ones today, including a red zone pick near the goal line. And who is 81? I think that's Jonathan Mingo, the man the Cowboys traded a fourth round pick for. Honestly, man, the Cowboys, I don't know what it is with fourth round picks. We just trade them for the most useless players. I mean, that Trey Lance trade is going to go down as one of the worst trades in Cowboys history. And Jonathan Mingo, I mean, he's just been completely useless as well. So he's just literally nothing out there. 2nd and 10. Rush going to hand it off. Dowdle makes a cut, and he'll get a few yards, bring him a 3rd and long. So, I mean, yeah, it's just, I don't really understand what the front office is doing half the time. It's part of being a Cowboys fan is you really don't. It's like kind of a game within the game, like trying to figure out what the front office is, what's the logic behind so many of the terrible moves that we make. It's crazy. I mean, it seems like everything trades contractually, personnel, just things like coaching staff. Like it's just a lot of question marks. 3rd and 6 is about to become 3rd and 11. It looks like the Cowboys false started here. And the penalty was on Jake Ferguson. Again, I believe that this is Fergie's first game back from a couple weeks out. I believe he suffered a concussion against the Commanders. I might be wrong, but I think that's what happened. He suffered a concussion versus the Commanders. So he gets called for the false start. I mean, I feel like Fergie hasn't really done much at all this year for the Cowboys. Yeah, it's been a rough year for him, man. 3rd and 11. Rush. Time. Pressure. And he is dropped. The Bengals get through. And an easy sack on the immobile Cooper Rush. And I think that's Tyler Smith who may have gotten beat there. One of the better guards in the NFL. Oh, hey, Joseph Osai. Dang, he just bullied Smith there. Former Texas Long the play right there. Love to see that, man. Super happy for Osai. That's honestly an awesome moment, dude. Longhorns on defense really balling out today. So Osai gets the sack. We have Fergie. Fergie's season high in yards is 71, and he has 0 touchdowns. I mean, if your tight end has 0 touchdowns, that is a big issue with the offense. So, yeah, shout out to Osai, though, the former Longhorn, for getting through with a sack. Yeah, it was not his best rep. Man. Bengals going to get a drive here before half as they look to extend the lead. It's been a very good game for Cincinnati so far. Offensively, they've been able to put a couple of nice drives together. So it'll be a punt here. The Cowboys will get the second half kickoff, but the Bengals look like they're going to have some pretty solid field position as they get the ball after the return to the 45, their own 45. So total replay. Jamar Chase, pretty solid first half. Nothing crazy, hasn't had any massive plays, but overall, it has been a pretty solid start to the game for number one. Had a little 10-yard, about little 10-yard. She had sweet play, and of course, got in the end zone here on a perfect throw and catch from Burrow to Chase. So good start for the Bengals offensively. Again, they've had a couple drives that have ended because of penalties and great plays by DeMarvion Overshown. The Cowboys have got to get a sack, though. They got to get Joe Burrow to the ground. The Bengals are allowing pressure, but Burrow's escaping every time. First and 10 from the Cincinnati 45, and it's Burrow. He'll drop back, has time here, checks it down. Jamar Chase looking around for space. He'll pick up the first down. If you guys are listening, be sure to click the subscribe button. It helps out the channel a lot. Makes me want to keep doing live streams like this. So be sure to click that red sub button, make it gray. Appreciate that. As the Bengals are going to go hurry up here. A minute and a half to go. They're at the Dallas 44-yard line. And it's Burrow in the backfield and shotgun. Cowboys are getting nothing right now. He checks it down to Isle Sivas, and he's tackled by Eric Kendricks. The ball came out, but they're going to let him down. I don't know how we're not getting any pressure with this Bengals O-line. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. I don't know how we're not getting any pressure. Second out and 4. Burrow has a lot of time again, and look who's wide open. Jamar Chase. And a missed tackle as well by Trevon Diggs. And now the Bengals with 52 seconds left. Got to assume that they will. Got to assume they'll call a timeout here. But yeah, this has been a really ugly defensive possession from the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, the Bengals are just getting down the field with ease, and there's just no stopping them. It's been very disappointing. Goodness gracious, man. Well, Jamar Chase fantasy owners are pretty happy right now. I mean, this is just too easy. 23 first half points, bro. Yeah, y'all listening, be sure to click the subscribe button. But if the Bengals, that would be so sad, though. That'd be really sad if the Cowboys end up and finish this game with less sacks than the Bengals. Like I'd actually be super disappointed if we finish this game and the Bengals have more sacks than us. Like that's just so sad, bro. If that's how this game. If you guys are listening though, be sure to click the subscribe button. Yeah, sub button. So be sure to click the sub button to help the channel out. Yeah. So this has been a tough night. Micah Parsons, he's had a couple of times where he's gotten into the backfield. He's had a couple of times where he's, made plays and forced Burrow to escape. But as far as everything's concerned, he has not been able to get Burrow on the ground for a sack tonight. I have a feeling he will eventually. Would love to get one right now, but he has not been able to do that yet. 3 pressures, but no tackles and no sacks for number 11. Bengals are at the 22-yard line. This will be an opportune time for Micah to make a play. Burrow, snap. Parsons tried to get through. They're throwing it to the end zone. Incomplete. It was Chase versus Diggs. And yeah, if you guys are listening, be sure to click that subscribe button, help the channel out here. But this was Chase on Diggs here. And this was a very dangerous play. 1 versus 1 here. And this ball hits Chase in the helmet. Parsons working on the inside against Alex Kappa. Dove at Burrow at the end of the play. But overall, it didn't really affect anything. So Diggs heads over to that side. It's Higgins who he'll be defending. So Higgins is on that far left. Chase on the near side. Here's Burrow. Fakes it. Throws out the screen to Chase Brown. He's going to bounce around. And Brown, that is a long run. That's only going to end up at about 3 yards. So he ran probably 15 yards, 20, 30. He probably ran quite a lot of yards laterally. But at the end of the day, only managed to get 3 in the box score. But heck of an effort for Chase Brown there as he tried to do what CeeDee Lamb did earlier, which was reverse the field, and he nearly got it done. I mean, again, that would have been really impressive if he was able to pull that off. Him and Lamb getting me to around 100 fantasy points. Tough week. We're gonna take the L, but we are gonna be. My team's gonna be moving on to the playoffs, the number 2 seed. Just a down week. Once we get CJ Stroud and Josh Downs back, okay, but. Yeah, so 38 seconds to go. Bengals called another timeout. They only have 1 left. Only 1 timeout left for Cincinnati. 3rd and 7. At the Cowboy 19. Burrow has time. Right side, and he overthrows Chase. And Chase does not look too happy with his quarterback and his former college teammate, national championship quarterback. And he's not too happy as he's talking up with Donovan Wilson right now. So he was matched up against Bland. Trying to break here on this corner route. And yeah, better throw from Burrow. Gets the job done. Potentially for a touchdown. But this one was just overthrown. And Chase obviously a little frustrated here at the end of this play. So it'll be a 37-yarder for Cade York. Let's see if he can knock this one through. He's made both PATs. From the right hash, York's kick. It is good. And the Bengals take a 17-10 lead. So the Cowboys, 30 seconds, 3 timeouts. How aggressive will McCarthy and company play this? I don't know. Probably not that aggressive, but we'll see. It's been a couple of drives, I feel like, since CeeDee Lamb got the ball. Cade York and Zoe Dale. What a nice couple. So the kick will go through the end zone. Camera, ball boy back there, got it. 30 seconds left. Again, we'll see what happens. Cowboys will get the second half kickoff, so maybe they just honestly what the Cowboys should do, they got 30 seconds. They got 30 seconds. You get the ball after half. If the Cowboys can get into somewhat field goal range, I want to see Aubrey attempt the NFL record. I want to see Aubrey do it. Just give him a chance. Get CD the ball, get us to around the 40, 45, and let Aubrey boot it and see what he can do. 1st and 10 for Rush. And the pressure comes. He gets the throw off. It's Hunter Lupke who will just run out of bounds. And that'll stop the clock without even having to use a timeout. That took about 6 seconds off, 24 seconds to play. You can attack the middle of the field. You have 3 timeouts. And again, you have Aubrey. Use Aubrey as a weapon. The guy has a freaking rocket leg. And now here's Rush again. Fires! Nearly intercepted by Jermaine Pratt, the veteran linebacker who's in coverage there on Jake Ferguson here in the flat on this little out route. He just runs a little out route here, and Jermaine Pratt he did jump and nearly picked it off. That would have been for 6 too. So this drive hasn't gone too great. As we'll see, did CeeDee Lamb have a good route here? He kind of got boxed up, rushed through it quickly, and and Jermaine Pratt with 6 tackles and a pass breakup tonight. 3rd and 5, 20 seconds left. Rush gets the snap off. Pressure starts to come through. Rush will throw, and it is incomplete. I think that's the first target of the day for Brandon Cooks. So that drive went absolutely nowhere very quickly. Threw a couple, just pretty much Rush chucked it to shorten and chuck it. He just threw tiny little routes here. I mean, this is Cooks matched up against Wilson, and he's at the marker, and this throw is just kind of out there. Not a good throw, and honestly just crappy route concept anyway. So 15 seconds to play. Cowboys will punt it away, and that pretty much will do the first half. Unless anything crazy happens on the return as Anger sends this one back to the 15. Bengals will try to return this. A flag is thrown. And there's only 3 seconds left when he goes down. Legal block in the back on the Bengals there. That'll back him up 10. And Brandon Cooks. What a career for B. Cooks, man. Been one of the most consistent receivers in the NFL for a long time. Played in multiple Super Bowls with the Pats and the Rams. And then unfortunately for him, he got traded to the Cowboys back in March of 2023. And I don't know. He actually made some big plays for us last year, but with the injuries this year, and honestly, with the Cowboys just not utilizing his skill set properly with his speed, it's kind of been a waste having Brandon Cooks in Dallas. But that's the end of the first half. The Cowboys trail the Bengals by 7 at the half, so it could be worse, to be honest. I think we were 7-point dogs coming into the game. So if you guys listening, be sure to click that subscribe button. It helps the channel a ton. I'll be back for the second half. Try to eat some food, and we're back ready to go. So don't go anywhere. Be back for the second half. Cowboys, Bengals. And Bengals put up 240 yards on our defense. That's the most that they put up all season in the first half. So look at us, man. Cowboys are always there to boost team stats every single week. The Cowboys are making a solid drive happen here to start the second half. Definitely a very solid start here to the half. We're gonna snag something real quick. And look at Dowdle running all the way down. Rico Dowdle. Look at him run, dude. I'm watching this playback to the second down and 2, and they hand off to Dowdle, and he runs right through. Doesn't have the craziest speed, but he's got pretty good speed. And he just ran right through that hole on the right side, opened up by the offensive line. Dak Prescott hyped up in the press box. Elliott's in the game, and he'll get a couple yards on that carry. Ooh, that's a big hit. Turpin, I guess, a pretty solid catch on the drive. Who is Dowdle? Oh, Dowdle's playing great. Second out and goal. Dowdle at 90 yards, approaching 100. Elliott in the game, though, from the 3. Rush. Time. So much time. Touchdown! But there's a flag down. Brandon Cooks caught the touchdown. But what is the flag? I think it's against Cincinnati. Hey! And it's going to be Brandon Cooks who gets in the end zone, and the Cowboys. What a drive out of the half. So it was Cooks going against Josh Newton, and Newton grabbed Cooks' jersey, but Cooks was able to break away from him anyway, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. I put that up there a little too quick, but I think Brandon Aubrey's going to get it. And Aubrey's PAT is good. So yeah, that's some good stuff right there. Great drive from the Cowboys, Turpin, Dowdle, and then Cooks to get the boys in the zone. So really happy about that. All right, yeah. So great stuff, great drive. If y'all listen, be sure to click the subscribe button. And yeah, really good stuff right here from the Dallas Cowboys. Honestly, offensively, they've done a really good drive so far. Really has some pretty solid drives today. Again, Rush, he is what he is. He's very mid. He's gonna make a lot of bad throws. He's gonna make a lot of. I mean, the best thing that he can do is just try to keep the ball out of harm's way. It's kind of unfortunate that CD Lamb hasn't touched the ball in a while. And I think Lamb has 71 yards, but like all those came in the like first half, first quarter, early second. So it'd be nice to get him the ball again. But Rico Dowdle has actually played really well today, running the football. And a huge drive coming up for Cincinnati because their defense just took a huge gut punch from the Cowboys offense right there. So definitely, I'm really interested to see how they respond, how that defense responds to the or how their offense responds to the Cowboys touchdown here because that's a big play for this. That's a big play right there, getting that touchdown to Cooks. Rush. I mean, great job of the offensive line that drive. I think those guys were the real MVPs. I mean, opening up big holes for Dowdle, giving Rush a million years to throw the ball there on that touchdown play. I mean, it's just those types of plays that help you win. Is that I've been to that before. Super cool scenery out there at Choctaw Stadium. They got the cool little like winter wonderland type thing going on where you can walk through this little maze. Really cool stuff, man. Really, really cool stuff. So as you walk through, yep, I remember all that stuff, man. I went there. It's been a long time, but yeah. The Cowboys will be kicking off here. Big drive here for Cincinnati. Bengals put up 240 offensive yards in the first half, and Burrow has a ton of time on his first drop back in. What a catch there by Jamar Chase. Chase with his eighth catch of the day, 95 yards and a touchdown. And now Chase Brown gonna pick up the first down. Here is Burrow, a ton of time again over the middle. Pass caught by Jamar Chase. Second down and 4 as Chase goes over 100 yards on the day. And here's Burrow. Drops back in play action. Odigizua comes through. Now Parsons comes through. Can he get to Burrow? He'll throw it away. So Parsons tried to go get the sack. He chased Burrow all the way to the sideline. And eventually Burrow had to get rid of it. Great interior pressure here from Odigizua, forcing Burrow to escape. He got Parsons with the pump fake, but then Michael was able to get a hit off here at the end. Third and 4 now. Big opportunity for this Cowboy defense to get off the field. Cincinnati has it at the Dallas 47. Burrow drops back. So much time. And again, Jamar Chase. He's working whoever he's on, whether it's Diggs, whether it's Lewis, whether it's Bland. It's Jamar Chase. And he makes another critical catch for this Bengals offense. And for the Cowboys defense, I don't even really want to know I don't even really want to know the third down defense there. I feel like the stats are horrible, but Lewis, I mean, this is honestly just a really good throw by Joe Burrow. Perfect timing to hit Jamar Chase, and that's his 10th reception of the day, which is absolutely crazy. First and 10 from the Dallas 39 now. Burrow with Chase Brown in the backfield, and he'll give it to Chase Brown, who's going to find a crease, and he's only going to get about 7. He could have busted off for a lot more. He's closing in on that potential second touchdown of the day. Brown only with 25 yards rushing, though. So Micah's on the sideline right now, hopefully not hurt. Burrow, lots of motion here, and he'll just put this one into the ground. Chase Brown nearby, though, no intentional grounding, but they try to run a creative little offensive play, ton of motion, ton of movement, and there's a flag down, so we'll see what this is all about. So the Bengals are going to back up 5 yards as Cordell Volson once again penalized tonight. He was ineligible down the field. So yeah, I guess Volson he got way downfield there, man. That's crazy. Second and 9. Burrow fakes the give to Brown. He's got so much time. Down the middle. It's intercepted if there's no flags down. And they're going to have to also make sure that it's an interception. But at the moment, Malik Hooker just picked off Joe Burrow. It looks like he. Yeah, so good stuff right there. The interception from Joe Burrow, and the Cowboys take over with the football. All right, so yeah, that was good stuff right there. Great job by the defense. Honestly, in this specific case, I'll say that it was pretty fortunate. Right place, right time for Malik Hooker on that. But overall, good stuff. Good stuff. Bending, not breaking. This game's gonna be really interesting. I have no idea who's gonna win. Honestly, the Cowboys could win. The Bengals could win. Um, but that was a big interception. Huge turnover in the situation. We really needed to get a stop. because I don't think that the Bengals. I don't think we were going to stop them if we didn't get that pick. So we're honestly doing a pretty solid job today. Again, I feel like the Bengals. I mean, every time Burrow needs to make a clutch throw, every time he needs to make a big throw, it's Jamar Chase every single time. We really can't stop him. I mean, he's just out here making big plays every time he touches the ball. We gotta lock in on that, man. We really, really have to figure this out and figure out this Jamar Chase thing. I mean, it's just crazy. So we'll see if CeeDee Lamb gets involved. The Cowboys will start with the ball at the 17. Rush, middle of the field, immediately goes to Jake Ferguson, and he'll get the Cowboys across the 35. So there's a good little seam ball. And Burrow, I want to watch this play back and see what exactly was happening here. Looks like it was, who was the intended target? It was like Jamar Chase was the intended target, but Burrow just way oversailed it. And as you can see, he's on the sideline, the camera they're showing. He's super frustrated, tossed the iPad to the ground. I mean, that's just a throw that Burrow cannot miss, a throw he doesn't miss very often, and definitely wishes he had it back as Dowdle gets the carry, finds a crease, and Dowdle will get about 8 on that run, bring up a second down and short. I think with that carry, Dowdle will be close to 100, maybe like he's right there. As Battle made the tag with the former Alabama safety, second down and 3. So 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. There's Tyler Smith. I think that he's done a good job in the run game today. O-line, honestly, as a whole, has done well in the run game. Smith did get beat earlier by Joseph Osai, though, for that sack, which was bad. But if you guys are listening to the stream, be sure to click the subscribe button. Second down and 3. Lamb going to motion to the left side, and they're going to give it to CeeDee Lamb. Jet sweep, blocks, sort of a line there. But Lamb ended up getting stopped a yard short. Looks like he tripped. Again, I'm not sure what happened there. I thought he was going to get the first down pretty easily, and he fell down short. So only got a yard, third and 2. Definitely disappointing there, Lamb. I mean, I like the play call, honestly. As Rush is going to sneak it, and he's going to use his frame to pick up the first down. Nice job there by Cooper Rush. Just pulled forward through the defense, and like Cowboys lineman having a tough time getting up here. Is that Brock Hoffman, I believe? So Rush just kind of fought his way through, pushed in, and got it done. Very good stuff right there. Not quite as effective as the Phillies, or not the Phillies, the tush push the Eagles run, but still ended up working out. Lamb again still has not caught a pass in a while. Hopefully he'll get something here pretty soon. First and 10. Rush as the Cowboys up to the Dallas 47. Snap, handoff, Dowdle makes a cutback. He'll get stopped at about the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. Not a whole lot going there, though, for Rico Dowdle. 4 minutes to play in the third quarter here. So I want to watch this back. I don't know. Wait, what are we watching back here? They're showing the Bengals defense, I guess. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I hope someone does end up subscribing, though, by the end of the stream. We have second down and 10. And a trickery from Turpin, and he gets a block, and Cavante Turpin's got the first down. Where have these types of play calls been all season, man? I've actually really enjoyed the offensive play calling today. Some cool stuff right here. Little wildcat with Turpin. You get Lamb in motion. Turpin fakes it to Lamb, gets through, finds a little hole, and I mean Cavante Turpin. Not many guys in the National Football League more explosive than him. He's definitely a guy who should be a part of this offense. So needs to get more touches because he is just, again, so electric. So Dallas into Cincinnati territory at the Bengals 43-yard line. Rush gets the snap. Looking, checks it down. Oh, boy, that was an ugly throw. I don't know if it got deflected or what, but Turpin was waiting for it in the flat. And Rush just, gosh, that was a really bad play. Surely this got tipped, right? Like, I refuse to believe that an NFL quarterback. Okay. Really, that would have been a crazy, like, Desert Eagle type interception right there. Crazy little hands up interception. That would have been actually crazy if 21 would have made that play. But said he just knocked it down. So, again, I'm glad that Rush didn't just spike that as Lamb. Likes his matchup over there on the left side. He's pointing, and they're going to go to Lamb. He makes the catch, and he'll get about 7 or 8. He got a one-on-one against Cam Taylor-Britt. He got about 7 yards on that one. So yeah, Lamb pre-play immediately called out the matchup, and he got a little physical with Cam Taylor Britt. Got about 7 on that one. Lamb's got 5 catches, 78 yards, and like I've said on this drive, Lamb has not really gotten too much action in this game since the early part of it. 3rd down and 3 for the Cowboys at the Cincinnati 36-yard line. Definitely 4-down territory, but you never know. They're going to run the football, and it's going to be Dowdle spinning and picking up the 1st down. With about 2:20 to go in the 3rd quarter, Rico Dowdle going to get the 1st down, and he'll check out of the game here. He is definitely over 100 yards now. So Bengals, I saw Jermaine Pratt calling out the safeties, Jordan Battle, to come down, and it didn't even matter. Dowdle gets the 1st down with a nice cutback. 1st and 10. Elliott motioning. Rush steps up, runs, and he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. A flag is also down, and another flag is down. So, as number 57, Jermaine Pratt just did an incredible flop job, I have to assume. This is going to be a 15-yard penalty on the Cowboys, along with whatever they just called. This could be a huge loss because I'm pretty sure they are going to add up. Never mind. I'm dumb. Didn't add up. It's gonna be a personal foul and an unnecessary roughness penalty on the Cowboys here. Gotta assume it's Brock Hoffman because it's Luke Schoonmaker. Hoffman's always getting in there, but this time it was Schoonmaker who got a 15-yard personal foul. I want to see McCarthy. I think I saw McCarthy say flop. I do want to see what happened here. Goodness, this offense. I got TJ Bass and Brock Hoffman in the game. That's crazy. But TJ Bass got beat. And yeah, BJ Hill, he put BJ Hill into the ground there. And then right here, Schoonmaker might have given him a two-hand shove there. And then he freaking went right into the referee, too. So, yeah, that's just not the smartest moment there from Schoonmaker. But at the same time, I don't know. It looks bad with a two-hand shove. So, now it's a 2nd down and 26, and Rush just got to check it down. And that's going to be a gain of like 1 for Ezekiel Elliott after he made the catch. So, well, this drive went from promising to pretty bad. Now the Cowboys, again, I think we're in Aubrey's field goal range anyway, but yeah, this is that penalty really just killed the whole drive. So about a minute left in the 3rd. Elliott checks out of the game. Again, I doubt Rush is going to be able to throw it down the field and pick up the 1st down. He'll probably just end up checking it down as the Cowboys have it at the Cincinnati 43. Lamb is in the slot on the left side. Tolbert near side, and then Cooks. That's the personnel. And they're going to run a halfback draw to Dowdle. See what he can do. Dowdle trying to get to the outside. And a very solid run right there from Rico Dowdle. And that'll put the Cowboys at about the 30-yard line, which will definitely be easy field goal range for Brandon Aubrey. I don't know if the Cowboys will end up kicking this before the quarter ends or not. There's about 25 seconds left. So Aubrey will trot out there. Career long is 65, which he made in week 3 versus the Ravens. And there's only 10 seconds left on the clock. So this is 47 from Brandon Aubrey. And he's just going to stand there. So I'm assuming that we will take this to the 4th quarter before Aubrey attempts the field goal. Not bad, man. Again, a lot of home games for the Cowboys this year have resulted in boo birds and very frustrating moments from the fans. I would know. I was at probably one of the worst games in recent Cowboys history. That 47-9 whooping at the hands of the Detroit Lions. I mean, just that game was so brutal, man. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's a lot of games have ended up. So heading into the fourth quarter, we have a tie football game. If you are listening again, be sure to click the sub button. 17-17 the score. So not as high scoring as it was originally. And he's just gonna stand there. So I'm assuming that we will take this. 47 yards. Aubrey's kick is good. All right, so let me put the score up. Dealing with some other stuff right now. Two offensive linemen down, two key offensive linemen down in this game, one from each team. You got Orlando Brown and you got Zach Martin. Yeah, again, if you guys are listening, man, please be sure to click that subscribe button. Again, really helps out the YouTube channel, helps with the algorithm, helps out your boy. Fourth quarter has begun here in Dallas. The Cowboys managing to hold on to a 3-point lead. The Bengals returning this kick. Khalil Herbert trying to get something going. So this has been an interesting game for sure. Definitely a game that I was kind of looking forward to. I wanted to see what this Cowboys team was made of today. Winners of two straight. Michael Parsons said after Thanksgiving the Cowboys were coming, and hey, if they close out a win tonight and improve to 6-7, I don't know, man. I mean, crazier things have happened in the NFL, and with this Cowboys team, again, there's so many limitations with Cooper Rush and the quality of opponents the last few weeks. But if the Cowboys can go on some miracle run, because again, we know they're really not competing for a Super Bowl this year based on the way they've played against teams like like Lions and Eagles. But it would just be kind of a fun little fun stuff to just have some exciting football to end the year as Burrow hits Brown out of the backfield and he'll get a first down. That's what's really all about for me, man, is just being able to actually watch some fun football. Hey, a little meaning to it. Not just complete, for those few weeks there, like the Texans game and even the Commanders game, just kind of feel like we are just going through the motions, boring stuff, didn't really matter. Team lost. I mean, how many games did we lose in a row after the Steelers game? We lost to the Niners, Falcons, Eagles, Texans. We lost like 4 games in a row. That was not fun. First and 10 here for Joe Burrow. And he's got plenty of time down the middle. And Jamar Chase gets another one. He's got the first down. And how about Chase? He's had a phenomenal day today. Gannon, he's just chilling out here. Cooper Beebe out for the game for the Cowboys. The offensive line gets even weaker with Guyton, Martin, and Beebe out. Yeah, you guys listen to me, sure to subscribe button. But yeah, the Cowboys have lost a lot of big games this year. Blowouts too. Ugh, a lot of home blowouts. Somehow almost beat the Ravens. That makes no sense. First and 10. Burrow. Handoff. Brown cuts it up the middle, and Brown's got a first down. So that is Chase Brown doing his thing right now. And I think they're actually going to mark him just a bit short. So Brown over 20 fantasy points tonight. Not many rushing yards, though. I don't know. Brown has 13 touches. He has 98 scrimmage yards, so he's been a factor in the receiving game. It hasn't been as big of a deal in the run game as it's a 2nd down and 1. The Bengals are driving the football well right now. It's Burrow under center. Brown in the backfield, and they're going to go to Chase Brown. He's going to cut and pick up the first down. Donovan Wilson trying to rip at the football, and Brown gets it, though. Gets the first down pretty easily. And what is going on right now? No. Oh, please no, man. Don't be him, bro. Marvion Overshown goes down. Yeah, so again, we'll see what happens here. Bengals driving pretty well. Why is Demo going off the field, bro? Well, that's just an absolute killer to this team. Is Overshown gets knocked in. Someone gets knocked into his knee, so he goes down again. He tore his ACL in preseason as Parsons came off the edge, but Burrow hits it. I mean, that's just a complete killer, man. I mean, what a play by Gasicki there. And a great quick throw from Burrow is Overshown. So here's Burrow. Gonna throw right side. Gasicki again took a hit from Bland. And it's second down here. Second down and 4. Hand off to Brown. Cuts it up the middle and gets stopped. Third and short. Well, that was quick. They already ruled Overshown out. Third and 2. Burrow throwing corner. Higgins incomplete. Wow. Fourth and 2, and the Bengals are going to kick the field goal from 29. They're going with the conservative decision here. York got it to go, and the Bengals tie it up at 20-20. I'm just worried about Demo, man. Can't afford to lose a guy like that. Makes me so sad. Just incredible player, and Fantasy recap. What a week for Josh Allen. Anyone who went against Allen in fantasy probably did not win. Guy dropped 6 touchdowns. If you guys listen to the stream, be sure to click the subscribe button. Jordan Addison also had a massive week. 3 touchdowns, 130 yards against the Falcons. Yeah, big week for those guys. I mean, that's what Aston does. He has his pop-off weeks where he gets a long touchdowns from Darnold, who also had a huge week. Jefferson also had a big week. Cowboys got to try to navigate this overshown injury as the Bengals will send it into the end zone. You know about Demo, man. First and 10. And Dowdle going to get stuffed in the backfield by Jermaine Pratt with 10 minutes left in the fourth. Big play from Pratt there. He's had some good moments tonight. Veteran linebacker. Taking out an 11. Rush. Gonna go deep here. Down the sideline. Incomplete. Cavante Turpin, the intended target. And honestly, I don't really feel like that ever had a chance. I mean, we'll watch this back. It's Wilson in coverage against Turpin, who gets pushed really close. He probably stepped out of bounds before this ball was. Yeah, he's out of bounds anyways. This catch wouldn't have counted, but yeah, it was just. I mean, Turpin did not run a very good route there, and that's just how it goes. Cowboys 3 for 4 on third down here in the second half. This is a 3rd and 11 though. Bengals showing blitz. They're sending guys up. Rush pointing stuff out. Lamb in the slot in the near side. They're sending him through. Rush throws into the ground, incomplete. So Lou Anarumo calls up the big blitz. They get in immediately, and Cooper Rush just threw one up as it was Geno Stone who came in. I mean, there's no safety help over the top, but Stone gets a perfect beat, free shot at Rush, and yeah, this really had no chance. I mean, this is just man, no one chip blocked, no one did anything, and just awful. So that's going to be a very quick 3-and-out from the Cowboys offense. Brian Inger will punt. So this will be returnable for the Bengals here, and they're going to stop him at about the 25. So Burrow, 26 for 36, 274 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. It's been pretty solid stuff from him tonight. Hmm. So Bengals will get the football back again. If you guys listen to the stream, be sure to click that subscribe button, help the channel out. So the Bengals getting the football. The chance to take the lead. I feel like they haven't had the lead all night, really. So I don't think they have. Maybe. Maybe I'm tripping. Jared. Goodness. So here we go. The Bengals will start at their own 26-yard line. 9.5 to play here in the fourth. Burrow trying to get the snap off. It's a handoff to Chase Brown, and he'll get to about the 30 before being brought down. So the Cowboys were a combined 16-1 in regular season home games the past 2 years, and then 1-5 at home this year with their lone home win coming on Thanksgiving against the Giants. They've been outscored by 18.5. So yeah, we've been awful at home all year long. We've been terrible. We'll see if we can close this game out and get a win over Cincinnati on Monday Night Football. 2nd and 6, Burrow. Not much pressure coming, and he fires it over the middle. That's a big catch for a first down to about the 50-yard line. As it's Hudson making the big catch, and it was Wilson who tried to knock the ball out. And he just kind of runs this little route, a little kind of angle type route over the middle of the field, and coverage just kind of got messed up here. Bland took Isle Sevas, and Wilson wasn't able to get down there in time. So, over Cincinnati up to the 49. Higgins in motion. They toss it out to Chase Brown, and he's going to get stonewalled in the backfield by Eric Kendricks. Loss of a few on that one right there. Yeah, Chase Brown just got absolutely stuffed in the backfield here. Kendricks with 10 tackles today. That's a TFL. 2nd and 13. Cincinnati back to the 46. Here's Burrow. Quick throw out in the flat, and Isle Sevas took a long time to catch it, and the ball's out. Donovan Wilson has it, and he's down. If they rule this a fumble, this is a massive turnover for the Cowboys. I thought Higgins was bobbling this for a long. Was it Al Sevas or Higgins? I think it was Al Sevas. And I thought he bobbled this for a really long time, but eventually gets control. And then it was Diggs who punched it out. Oh. So after they reviewed it, they took a really quick look at it. It took about 5 seconds, and they ruled it incomplete. So IOC Boss gets away with what could have been a game-changing turnover. If you guys listening to the stream, be sure to click the subscribe button. So with the incomplete pass, it'll still bring up a 3rd down and 13. That would have been, yeah, that would have been ridiculous. Now it's a 3rd and 13. We'll see if Burrow and Chase have any third down magic. Higgins near side. It's Chase on the left. Pressure coming. Burrow. And he's sacked. This time the ball came out, but the Bengals get it back. Great awareness from number 87. Taylor is very upset on the sideline right now. He's super animated. Dude's eyes are massive. That's going to turn into a meme. Why is everyone. What's he mad about? Donovan Wilson couldn't get this. Did he get a face mask? Oh, that is a really bad no call. That is a really, really bad no call. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. That's actually so bad. Oh my goodness. That is actually nah, bro. That's actually terrible. And they get called for delay a game. Nah, it's actually so crazy. Taylor, I would be furious if I was him too, man. I mean, this is a deliberate. He completely yanks the face mask to the right. Yeah, that was terrible. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how in the world they didn't call that. The Bengals are forced to punt. This ball is all the way back, and it's gonna bounce into the end zone. Touchback. So yeah, definitely got away with that one though for sure. That was a very, very obvious face mask on Burrow, but we'll take it. Um, yeah. Yeah, so a big drive coming up here for Dallas. We'll see what's going to happen. Big drive for Cooper Rush and the boys. What? It's about 10, bro. Yeah, the Cowboys have lost two of their promising rookies this year. Today it was Marvin Overshown ruled out with a knee injury. Cooper Beebe ruled out with a concussion. So definitely sucks for the Cowboys to lose those two promising studs. 6.5 minutes to play in this game. Cowboys with the ball at their own 20. Lamb in motion. Dattle gonna get the carry. Rico up the middle, first down. And go get about 15 on that run. And how about the game Dowdle's put together? And honestly, this offensive line in general. The run game has been great today. They get good blocks, and Dowdle has a huge hole to run through here. And that's just paving the way. Detroit Lions style. Dowdle with 131 yards, averaging 7 yards per carry. Career high for Dowdle. As Rush going to fake the give to Dowdle. Throw it to the outside. Just an awful throw as Ferguson was in the flat, but I mean, I don't even. Cooper, just set your feet, bro. That was terrible. Yeah, I don't. That throw was such an awful throw. Goodness gracious. Second and 10. Rush has some time. Now he's got to step up and throws, and he throws a wobbler over the head of Brandon Cooks. And I tell you what, that ball was so bad again. Back to back absolute duds from Rush. First one, just terrible accuracy. Second one, not only a complete wobbler, but also airmailed. So you're seeing Cooper Rush, the best of both worlds here. I mean, this ball is so. Honestly, it did actually hit the hands of Cooks there, but he couldn't get that jump off perfectly. But yeah, it's going to be a third down and 10. The Cowboys, after the great first play to Dowdle, I feel like they probably should have kept running the ball, putting the ball in Rush's hands. Not the recipe for success. Third and 10. Rush, pressure, spins out, throws. Jeez, bro. Grip the ball, man. Like, what is his problem? Props to him for escaping the sack, but goodness gracious, how does he manage to throw such an ugly football? Well, watch this back here. So it was Hendrickson who came in unblocked. Again, great spin move by Rush, but then this football, I mean, just a complete duck. He had a chance to step up and throw. Oh, okay. I got tipped. It looks a little wobbly out of the hand anyway, but okay, it did get tipped. All right. I'll cut him some slack. Punt here from Anger. It's going to be caught at about the 20, and the Bengals will return it, and they'll get to about the 24, and a flag is down. So usually that means that the Bengals will be backing up here. We shall see, though. Still no official update on DeMarvion Overshown. Again, I'm assuming MRIs and things like that. Penalties on the Bengals. Burrow's on the side. Was on the sideline getting some padding and protection put on his leg, a little brace kind of thing. So gotta make sure he's ready to go. Here we go. Bengals getting the ball. 5.5 to play. Burrow running away from Parsons. Throws, and Jamar Chase does it again. So Burrow steps up away from Parsons, and then Jamar Chase into the. I mean, I think that's reception number 11 for Chase tonight. He's been unbelievable. So Burrow crosses the 300 passing yard threshold. If you guys are listening, be sure to click the subscribe button. Under 5 minutes to play, Burrow has some time. Quick fire, pass caught. And I think that's Io Sivas making the catch, but it'll be tackled by Jordan Lewis. So yeah, Burrow has that protective covering on his knee. Bengals offense hasn't really been that explosive in the second half. As Burrow threw for over 200 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half, he just crossed 100 yards in the second half and has an interception. So the high-powered Bengals offense hasn't done much against this Cowboys defense, especially DeMar Van Overshown missing some time in this game. 2nd and 5. Burrow throwing middle of the field, incomplete. Intended for Chase, and a late flag comes in. Lewis has been matched up against Chase a lot tonight, and this time Chase gets the PI. I feel like this flag came in a little late. Um, I don't like that call. I mean, maybe he threw it. He threw it early, but I don't really like that call. Chase might have been stumbling a bit, but at the end of the day, the ball still hit him right in the hands. I don't know about that one, man. I really don't know. I mean, there was some grabbing, a little holding at the top of the route. PI is very questionable here. So Micah's on the sideline right now. Bengals have the ball at their own 46. York just up from the practice squad as it's Brown fighting, and he only gets a couple yards there. Well, the Bengals are going to try to make this the final drive of the game. I mean, it's going to go to Jamar Chase. I mean, there's really no mystery. It's Jamar Chase. He has 12 receptions on the game. He's going to get the football. Second and 7 for the Bengals. Brown hopping up to the line. Under 3.5 minutes to play in this Monday Night Football game. Burrow, quick throw out to Chase. Can he make a man miss? Jamar Chase, I think he got the first down. We'll see where they spot him, but there's a flag down as they gave Chase the first down. And it's going to come back with a holding penalty by the offense. Andre Iosivas out on the outside blocking for Chase on this little RPO flat type of play. And he holds Jordan Lewis here, doesn't allow him to make the tackle on Jamar Chase. And so that is a huge penalty. Zach Taylor not happy about it. He gets those like big eyes whenever he's mad. Also, Yerkes had a lot to talk about today. So yeah, he did get the jersey, grabbed inside, and then just put him on the ground. That's a huge play. It backs the Bengals up to the 40, 2nd and 17. See what kind of offensive plays they go with now. 3:18 to go in the football game. 20-20 the score. Burrow fakes the handoff to Chase. Flag is down again. I think Parsons is going to get a holding call. Burrow's going to dump it out to Sample. And it's very fortunate for the Cowboys that this play is going to come back, as they actually got a lot of yards out of this play, but it's Parsons who was held in the backfield. And so this one's on Cody Ford. And that's a big, I mean, that's a huge play. The left tackle going against Micah here off the edge. You see they tried to run a little misdirection here. And then once Parsons got through, Cody Ford did hold him. That is a good call by the officials. And then Parsons lands a shot here on Burrow, and I'm glad they didn't throw the flag on Micah there. That would have been sad. Second down and 26 now for the Bengals. You guys listening, click the subscribe button. 3:07 to play. Empty backfield for Burrow. He's got a little time. We'll check it down over the middle. Chase Brown makes a cut. Chase Brown spins and takes a big hit. Third and long coming up as the Bengals just wanted to get a couple yards back. And they go to Chase Brown. Here we go. Third down and 20. Bengals are 1-7 in one possession games this year. They've lost pretty much every close game they've been in. Will that change tonight here in Dallas? Crowd is going wild. Probably some of the loudest it's been at AT&T Stadium all year. Burrow, time, pressure, got to escape, and he's dropped. It's Maurice Liafu with the sack. The rookie getting some extra playing time in place of DeMarion Overshone. And he comes in and gets a huge sack. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So all we have to do is it was Tanner Hudson who just got completely destroyed here. That was a great play by Luafu there. And now the Cowboys will subscribe. The Cowboys will now get a chance to drive down and win the game. And I mean, honestly, just get to about midfield and give Brandon Aubrey a freaking chance, man. That's all it really takes. Give him a freaking chance to go and drill a field goal for the win. That's really all that we need to do. So about 2 minutes left in this football game. The Cowboys, it's been a crazy game. Lots of bad football being played at times, and the Bengals are going to punt the ball here. So, big punt here for Cincinnati. And it's blocked! The Cowboys have blocked the punt! Wait, what does that mean? You've got to be kidding me. That is just so cowboy. That is actually just so cowboy. Nice play here by 41 to block the punt, but because freaking went up and tried to pick it up, that's unbelievable, bro. Who is the moron who messed this up? Amani Oruwariye. That's just so sad. That's such a cowboy way to lose this game, though. Yep, your defense gets a stop, you block the punt, you do everything right, but one moron tried to pick up the ball, and it goes right through him, and now the Bengals get the ball back. That is just, that's crazy. That's so funny. Congratulations, Cincinnati. You found a team who is worse in these situations than you. First and 10. Now Burrow has another chance, and he'll hit Isle Stevens on the outside. I truly can't believe that just happened. Second down and 3 at about midfield. That's honestly just sad, bro. They're going to run it to Chase Brown, who's up the middle. He gets the first down to the 40, and I think this is pretty much going to do it. First and 10. Burrow throws out route. I don't know why Jamar Chase is wide open, but Jamar Chase is going to score. For a moment there, the Cowboys had a chance, but the special teams unit messed it up, and Jamar Chase gets in the end zone. Have a day, Jamar Chase. So York's PAT is good. And so the Bengals will send it to the end zone. I'm honestly stunned that that's what just happened, but hey, man, it's just the kind of the way the season's gone, and I mean, you can't be surprised at all. Micah's upset. Micah, bro, just I know, man. I mean, this team just has no football IQ. Rush is gonna step up and throw, and the pass is caught by CeeDee Lamb. Cooper Rush has led the Cowboys to a win over the Bengals before. Brett Maher, game winner. That was crazy. Rush stepping, running, and he just goes down. Cowboys used one of their timeouts. I forgot to change that. And we're not going to use one here. We're going to hurry up to the line. 40 seconds left. Rush pressured, and you knew he'd get one at some point. There's Trey Hendrickson. Third and 15. Rush gonna just launch it, and it's caught by Ferguson. 24 seconds left. Yeah, this game's over. Fourth down. We called our last time out. Oh, man. This is the tank operation. Fourth and 7. Rush. Gonna launch it. Overthrown, and that's gonna end the ball game. The Bengals are going to come away with a Monday night win over the Cowboys. So if you guys listening, be sure to click the subscribe button. Got a feel for guys like Micah who played well tonight. And I mean, the defense did their thing. They actually played decent, but yeah, it's unfortunate to lose that way, but it is what it is. Micah's pretty upset. He's going to go to the locker room. All right. Well, thank y'all for listening. Be sure to click that sub button. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Tough loss, but hey, it is what it is. The tank continues. Let's keep on tanking. Yeah. So be sure to click the subscribe button if you enjoyed the screen. Join the stream. Yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Tough loss to the Cowboys, like I said. Hopefully, better days are ahead in the 2025 season.